Welcome all of you. Let us continue chapter chemical kinetics. Today we are going to discuss zero order reaction. So first point is zero order reaction. So let us see what is zero order reaction. The definition of zero order reaction is the reaction in which rate of reaction is independent of concentration of all the reactants, at constant temperature. Is called as zero order reaction. Or definition: the reaction in which rate of reaction is directly proportional to the zero power of concentration of reactants. Is called zero order reaction. So we have two definitions of zero order reaction. First is reaction in which rate of reaction is independent of concentration of all the reactants at constant temperature. Second definition is a reaction in which rate of reaction is directly proportional to the zero power of concentration of reactants at constant temperature is called as zero order reaction. Meaning of both the definition is same. Means rate of reaction does not depend on concentration of any of the reactant which are present in that particular chemical reaction. त्या पर्टिक्युलर केमिकल रिॲक्शनमध्ये जेवढेही रिॲक्टंट्स असतील त्या रिॲक्टंटच्या कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनवरती रिॲक्शनचा रेट डिपेंड नसणार आहे. ओके. सो आता बघा ही जी डेफिनेशन आपण लिहिलेली आहे ही डेफिनेशन असं लिहू शकतो आपण. रेट ऑफ रिॲक्शन is directly proportional to the zero power of concentration of the reactant. Suppose we have reaction A gives product P. So rate is directly proportional to the concentration of this reactant with power 0. Power काय concentration reactantच्या concentrationची power काय 0, and you know anything raised to 0, okay, means this raised to 0 is equal to 1. इथे जर 1 असेल तर होईल काय अल्टिमेटली रेट ऑफ रिॲक्शन रिॲक्टंटच्या कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनवरती डिपेंड. याची व्हॅल्यू जर 1 झाली तर रेट आणि कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनचा काहीही संबंध नसणार आहे. रेट इज इंडिपेंडंट ऑन कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ द रिॲक्टंट. सो in short, in zero order reaction, rate does not depend on concentration of the reactants. रिॲक्टंटच्या कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनवरती रिॲक्शनचा रेट डिपेंड नसतो. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल या रिॲक्शनचं एक्झाम्पल आहे द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ H2 and Cl2 gas in presence of light. In presence of light, H2 आणि Cl2 reaction between hydrogen gas and chlorine gas in presence of light. So this is photochemical reaction in presence of light is the example of zero order reaction. In this reaction, rate does not depend on concentration of hydrogen as well as concentration of chlorine gas. Okay, so this is definition. You should remember definition of zero order reaction. Okay, very simple definition. You can remember this one or this one. Rate of reaction does independent of concentration of all the reactant at constant temperature, or the reaction in which rate of reaction directly proportional to the zero power of concentration of the reactant. Okay, so this is about the definition. Let us see derivation of zero order reaction. Derivation of zero order reaction. Sorry, derivation of zero order reaction. Zero order reaction. Consider reaction A gives product P. Okay, we have considered reaction A gives product P. Suppose A mole per liter initial concentration of A. Reactant A चं initial concentration A असं consider केलं and X mole per liter be the decreased in concentration of A in time t. टाइम t नंतर x मोल इतके x मोल A चे रिॲक्ट झालेले आहेत असं आपण कन्सिडर करू. ओके, सो A minus x be the concentration of A after time t. टाइम टी मध्ये काय झालेलं आहे, x मोल रिॲक्ट झालेले आहेत, रिॲक्टंट A चे x इतके मोल रिॲक्ट झालेले आहेत. मग रिमेनिंग काय असणार आहे, इनिशियल मधून x मायनस केलं तुम्हाला काय मिळेल, कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन A चं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन आफ्टर टाइम टी झाल्यानंतर A चं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन किती असेल मग A minus x. ओके, सो वी कॅन ऑल्सो रिप्रेझेंट इट ॲज, सो this is concentration after time t, this is concentration after time t. So therefore we can write concentration square bracket A is equal to A minus x. आपल्याला डेरिवेशन मध्ये लागणार आहे त्यासाठी लिहिलेलं आहे. ओके, हे दोन्ही टर्म्स काय सेम आहेत. दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन आफ्टर टाइम टी, दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ A आफ्टर टाइम टी. ओके, so this is concentration after time t. So rate of this reaction can be written as rate is equal to decrease in concentration of A in time t. Okay, again suppose this is equation number 1. Again we can write rate is directly proportional to the concentration of A power 0. Concentration of A power 0. It can be written as rate is equal to K0 into concentration of A in square bracket raised to 0. Here K0 is rate constant of zero order reaction. K0 is rate constant of zero order reaction. So this is equation number 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. Compare equation 1 and 2. We can write minus dA by dt. हे इक्वेशन आणि हे इक्वेशन, हे दोन्ही इक्वेशन आपण कंपेअर केले. आपण काय लिहिणार, दिस वन इज इक्वल टू दिस वन. सो मायनस डी इन स्क्वेअर ब्रॅकेट ए dt is equal to K0 into concentration of A raised to 0. Okay, we know that A concentration of A is A minus X. Okay, therefore minus d A minus X dt is equal to K0 concentration of A raised to 2. So solve this bracket. Minus dA by dt minus minus plus dx by dt is equal to K0 concentration of A raised to 0. Okay, A is initial concentration of A, so it's remain constant. Therefore concentration of A is remain constant. So derivative of A is 0. Constant terms are derivative 0 also. So equation becomes dx by dt is equal to K0 into concentration of A raised to 0. But something raised to power 0 असेल तर त्या टर्म काय असणार, इक्वल टू 1 असेल. But this is equal to 1. So we have equation dx by dt is equal to K0. Okay, equation number 3. First of all, we have considered general reaction. A initial concentration, A decreasing concentration in time t, and this is concentration after time t. Concentration after time t also denoted as square bracket, in square bracket capital A reactant. So concentration of A is equal to A minus X. Now rate of reaction is written as, rate कसा लिहिणार आपण, decreasing concentration of A with respect to time. reactant चं concentration decrease होतं जसं time increase होतं. Again rate can be written as, rate is according to definition. Okay, rate is directly proportional to the zero power of the reactant of the reaction. So this we can write rate at a rate is directly proportional to concentration of A raised to power 0. So proportionality sign get cancelled, we get rate constant of zero order reaction, that is K0. Okay, then we have compared this one and this one, we get this equation. Okay, now we know that concentration of A is A minus X. So d minus d A minus X upon dt K0 concentration of A raised to 0. Solve this bracket. Okay, we get this one. So A is constant, which is initial concentration. So derivative of constant is 0. So this time it will be equal to 0. So equation become dx upon dt is equal to K0 concentration of A raised to 0. But something raised to 0 is equal to 1. Therefore we get equation 3, that is dx upon dt is equal to K0, and this is equation 3 is differential form of zero order reaction. This is differential form of zero order reaction. We are going to derive integrated form of zero order reaction. So let us continue. So I am going to erase this one. So rearrange equation 3. By rearranging we get dx is equal to K0 into dt, equation number 4. Integrate integrate equation 4 within proper limits. So limit for x is 0 to x dx. K0 is constant, therefore write it outside the integration sign, and limit for time is 0 to t dt. Okay, now integration of x dx is x, limit 0 to x. K0 integration of dt is t, limit 0 to t. Substitute upper limit, x is equal to x minus x is equal to 0. Then K0, substitute t is equal to t minus, substitute t is equal to 0, t minus 0. Therefore equation becomes x is equal to K0 into t. Therefore we can write K0 is equal to x upon t. So this is formula for rate constant of zero order reaction. This is integrated rate law for zero order reaction. Okay, just like first order, second order reaction. So rate constant K0 is equal to decrease in concentration in time t divided by time t. Okay, now we can determine this K0 rate constant of zero order reaction by plotting a graph. If you observe this equation, okay, if you observe this equation is in the form of equation of straight line, that is y m x. So if you plot graph of concentration at different times, if you graph of decrease in concentration in particular time intervals, then we get graph. If you plot graph of x versus t, we get straight line passing through origin. There is no any intercept, so intercept c is not present, so therefore we get straight line which is passing through origin. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and slope of graph will be, slope is equal to, slope का असणार है k0, slope is k0. From the slope of graph of x versus t, we get rate constant of zero order reaction. Okay, so this is about the zero order reaction. We have equation number 3, dx by dt is equal to k0. Now after integrating equation 3 within proper limits, we get this equation, x is equal to k0 into t, and for k0 we get x upon t. And from this equation we can, if you plot graph of x versus t, we get straight line which is passing through origin with slope k0, and from the slope of graph we get directly rate constant of zero order reaction, that is k0. So this is about the zero order reaction. Okay, so let us see next point, that is pseudo molecular reaction or pseudo order reaction. First upon, pseudo means false. pseudo means false, जे चुकीचं, आपण जे पाहतोय त्याच्यापेक्षा काहीतरी वेगळंच असतं. So what is pseudo molecular reaction? When order and molecularity of the reaction are different, when order and molecularity of the reaction are different, then reaction is called pseudo molecular reaction, pseudo-molecular reaction, or it is also called as pseudo-order reaction. When order and molecularity of reaction are different, then the reaction is called as pseudo-molecular reaction. Okay. Now, what are the examples of pseudo-molecular reaction? So first example is hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate. So methyl acetate, CH3, C double bond O, OCH3 plus H2O in presence of acid catalyze. After hydrolysis of methyl acetate, we get CH3, C double bond O, OH plus CH3, OH. So this is product of hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Okay. So this is methyl acetate. Hydrolysis means addition of water molecule. So this is pseudo-molecular reaction, because if you observe this chemical equation, what will be the molecularity? Molecularity of this reaction. Two molecules are involved in this reaction. Two molecules will collide together. So molecularity of this reaction is 2. Okay, molecularity is 2, but order of this reaction is 1. But order of this reaction is 1. Therefore, order and molecularity both are the different. Therefore, this is pseudo-molecular reaction. Now, second example is reaction between hydrogen peroxide and hydrogen iodide. Reaction between hydrogen peroxide and hydrogen iodide. When hydrogen peroxide and hydrogen iodide react together, gives two molecules of water and iodine gas is liberated. Iodine gas is liberated. So if you pass vapors of hydrogen iodide into the hydrogen peroxide, we get water molecule and iodine gas. If you observe this chemical equation, molecularity of this chemical reaction is 3. 2 plus 1, 3 molecules. Molecularity is 3, but order of this reaction is 2. Again, molecularity and order both are the different. Therefore, this is pseudo-molecular reaction. Means आपल्याला दिसतंय molecularity 3 आहे पण order 2 असते. ओके, म्हणजे ऑर्डर आणि मोलिक्युलरिटी जर डिफरंट असतील तर त्या केसमध्ये त्या रिॲक्शनला म्हटलं जातं स्युडो ऑर्डर रिॲक्शन और स्युडो मोलिक्युलर रिॲक्शन. म्हणजे आपल्याला जे दिसतं ॲक्च्युली तसं नसतं. सो दिस इज अबाउट दी डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्युडो मोलिक्युलर रिॲक्शन. ऑर्डर मोलिक्युलरिटी डिफरंट असतील केमिकल रिॲक्शनच्या तर तिला म्हणायचं आपण स्युडो मोलिक्युलर रिॲक्शन. सो व्हॉट आर दी रिझन्स बिहाइंड दी स्युडो बिहेवियर. म्हणजे असं मॉलिक्युलरिटी आणि ऑर्डर डिफरंट असण्यामागे काय कारणं असतील. व्हॉट आर दी रिझन्स बिहाइंड दी डिफरन्स इन मॉलिक्युलरिटी अँड ऑर्डर. सो लेट अस गोइंग टू डिस्कस रिझन्स बिहाइंड दी स्युडो बिहेवियर. Reasons for pseudo behavior. Reasons for pseudo behavior. So first reason is one of the reactant one of the reactant is present in large excess, one of the reactant is present in large excess, its concentration practically remain constant. Concentration practically remain constant. One of the reactant is present in large excess, okay, therefore its concentration is considered to be constant practically. For example, again we are going to discuss hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate. Hydrolysis of methyl acetate. In this reaction, CH3COCH3 plus H2O H plus gives acetic acid plus methanol. So this is methyl acetate. This is water molecule. Okay, this is water molecule. So in this reaction, out of these two reactants, methyl acetate and water, concentration of water is present in large excess. Means concentration of water is very high and concentration of methyl acetate is low as compared to concentration of water. वॉटरच्या कंपॅरिझनला मिथिल ॲसिटेटचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन खूप कमी असतं, वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन खूप जास्त असतं. सो एनी डिक्रीज इन कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ वॉटर डज नॉट अफेक्ट द रेट ऑफ रिॲक्शन. वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन थोडं कमी जरी झालं, वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन थोड्या प्रमाणात कमी जरी झालं तरी त्याचा इफेक्ट रिॲक्शनच्या रेटवरती होत नाही, कारण तो खूप जास्त प्रमाणात प्रेझेंट आहे. वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन खूप हाय असल्यामुळे थोडेफार वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल रिॲक्ट जरी झाले तर त्याचा इफेक्ट म्हणजे वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन जे डिक्रीज झालेलं असेल, वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल मिथिल ॲसिड सोबत रिॲक्ट होतील, त्याच्यामुळे वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज होईल. पण वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन इतकं हाय असेल, इतकं जास्त असेल की त्या डिक्रीज झालेल्या कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनमुळे, वॉटरचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज झाल्यामुळे रिॲक्शनच्या रेटवरती कोणताही इफेक्ट होणार नाही. ओके, हे कशामुळे? बिकॉज दिस इज वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल प्रेझेंट इन लार्ज एक्सेस आणि त्यांच्या कंपॅरिझनला मिथिल ॲसिटेटचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन खूपच कमी असतं. ओके, मग ड्यू टू water present in large excess and any decrease in concentration of water molecule does not affect the rate of reaction. So ultimately rate of reaction depend only on concentration of methyl acetate. Okay, so rate of reaction depend on concentration of methyl acetate, means reaction order of reaction rate is directly proportional to the concentration of methyl acetate power 1. Therefore order of reaction is 1. Order of this reaction is 1 and molecularity is 2. Molecularity is 2. Okay, so this is pseudo order reaction. Why this type of pseudo behavior is observed? Because concentration of one of the reactant is present in large excess and any decrease in concentration of that reactant does not affect the rate of reaction. That's why concentration rate of reaction depend only on other reactant which is present in less amount. Okay, so this is one reason. Again we will discuss second example, inversion of cane sugar. Inversion of cane sugar. So this is also example of pseudo molecular reaction. formula for cane sugar is C12H22O11 plus H2O plus H2O. You will get C6H12O6, again C6H12O6. Okay, 11 plus 1, 12, 6 plus 6, so 12, 44, 24, 6. Okay, so this is glucose and this is fructose. Okay, glucose and fructose. This is cane sugar. This is water molecule. Again, in this case, water is present in large excess, means concentration of water molecule is very high as compared to concentration of cane sugar. So any decrease in concentration of water, does not affect the rate of reaction. So rate of reaction depend only on concentration of cane sugar. Okay, so rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of cane sugar. Okay, so therefore this order of this reaction is 1 and molecularity is 2. Molecularity of this reaction is 2. So these are the two examples of pseudo order reaction, and such a type of pseudo behavior is observed due to one of the reactant present in large excess. एका reactantचं concentration जास्त असल्यामुळे, खूप जास्त असल्यामुळे as compared to other reactant, मग ज्याचं concentration जास्त आहे तो थोड्या प्रमाणात रिॲक्ट जरी झाला तरी त्याचं जे कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज झालेलं असेल त्याचा कोणताही रिॲक्शनच्या रेटवरती इफेक्ट होत नाही. इट्स कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन प्रॅक्टिकली रिमेन कॉन्स्टंट. त्याचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज झालं आहे पण खूप जास्त प्रमाणात प्रेझेंट असतो तो, आणि थोडेफार मॉलिक्यूल रिॲक्ट झाले तर त्याच्या कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनवरती फारसा इफेक्ट होत नाही. त्यामुळे जो रिॲक्टंट लार्ज क्वांटिटीमध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो, लार्ज एक्सेसमध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो, त्याचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन प्रॅक्टिकली कॉन्स्टंट कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे. ओके, इट्स कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन रिमेन कॉन्स्टंट, म्हणजे ते चेंज होत नाही. जसं टाईम इन्क्रीज होईल तसं वॉटर मॉलिक्यूलचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन चेंज होणार नाही असं प्रॅक्टिकली कन्सिडर केलं. चेंज होईल पण खूप निग्लेजिबल अमाऊंटमध्ये, त्याच्यामुळे ते कॉन्स्टंट कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे. ओके, नाव लेट अस सी सेकंड रिझन फॉर pseudo behavior, that is one of the reactant second reason is one of the reactant is recovered at the end of reaction. One of the reactant is recovered at the end of reaction. In this case we are going to discuss conversion of N-chloroacetanilide to parachloroacetanilide. Okay, conversion of N-chloroacetanilide to parachloroacetanilide. In this case, out of the two reactants, or out of the 2 or 3 reactants, one of the reactant is recovered or regenerated at the end of reaction. So let us see example, conversion of N-chloroacetanilide. So acetanilide, N-chloroacetanilide, N-chloroacetanilide, okay, reacts with HCl. This is N-chloroacetanilide acetanilide, not Na, acetanilide. N-chloroacetanilide reacts with HCl, gives, so HCl, chlorine from HCl and chlorine from acetanilide combines together and forms a chlorine molecule, and chlorine is substituted by hydrogen. So we get acetanilide. And okay, this chlorine substituted by H, so we get acetanilide plus this chlorine combines together and forms a chlorine gas. Okay, forms a chlorine gas. This is acetanilide. Again, in this case, acetanilide reacts with chlorine gas. Okay, undergoes substitution reaction, electrophilic substitution reaction. So chlorine, hydrogen from this para position is get substituted by chlorine, okay, and forms a H and Cl, forms HCl, and we get para substituted acetanilide. So this is para chloroacetanilide. Okay. So if you observe the reaction carefully, N-chloroacetanilide reacts with HCl. So we have two reactants, N-chloroacetanilide and hydrochloric acid HCl. Both are react together and forms a acetanilide and chlorine. Again, this chlorine reacts with acetanilide, undergoes electrophilic aromatic substitution and forms a para-chloroacetanilide. And at the end of reaction, one of the reactant, that is HCl, is regenerated. Means overall concentration of HCl does not changes as reaction proceeds. जशी जशी रिॲक्शन प्रोसीड होते, रिॲक्टंटचं प्रॉडक्टमध्ये कन्वर्शन होतं आहे, HClचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन चेंज होतं आहे का? नाही. सुरुवातीला चेंज होतोय, पण ॲट दी एंड काय होतोय, पुन्हा HCl रिजनरेट झालेला आहे. हा रिजनरेट झालेला HCl मॉलिक्यूल पुन्हा N-chloroacetanilide सोबत रिॲक्ट होईल. म्हणजे काय होईल, ही रिॲक्शन, हा HCl पुन्हा इथे यूज होणार आहे. म्हणजे आपण प्रॅक्टिकली जर पाहायला गेलं तर HClचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन चेंज होत नाही आहे. HClचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ॲज इट इज आहे. कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ HCl रिमेन ॲज इट इज. सो rate of reaction depend only on concentration of N-chloroacetanilide. So rate of reaction depend on, rate is directly proportional to the concentration of N-chloroacetanilide. Okay, N-chloroacetanilide independent on concentration of HCl because it is regenerated at the end of reaction. म्हणजे reaction एंड झाल्यानंतर फायनल जो प्रॉडक्ट आहे त्या प्रॉडक्टमध्ये काय असणार आहे, तुमचा जो एक रिॲक्टंट यूज झालेला आहे तो पुन्हा रिजनरेट होणार आहे. बघा रिझन काय लिहिलेलं आहे, वन ऑफ द रिॲक्टंट इज रिकवर्ड ॲट द एंड ऑफ रिॲक्शन. मीन्स वी कॅन से इट्स कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन इज रिमेन ॲज इट इज, इट डज नॉट चेंजेस ॲट द रिॲक्शन प्रोसीड. So this is second reason, means rate of reaction depend only on one reactant, that is N-chloroacetanilide. So molecularity is 2 but order is 1. Here concentration term has power 1. So let us see third reason. Third reason is mechanism of reaction. Mechanism of reaction. Mechanism of reaction. Here we are going to discuss reaction between fluorine gas and nitric oxide gas. Fluorine gas and nitric oxide gas. One molecule of fluorine and two molecules of nitric oxide react together and forms a two molecules of nitrosyl fluoride. This is nitrosyl fluoride. This is nitrosyl fluoride. Okay. So by observing this reaction, actually this reaction is a complex reaction because this reaction does not take place in only one step. It takes place in more than one elementary steps. म्हणजे एका वन स्टेप रिॲक्शन नाही आहे ही दोन स्टेप रिॲक्शन आहे, बरोबर. ज्या रिॲक्शन्स एकापेक्षा जास्त स्टेप्समध्ये प्रोसीड होतात त्यांना आपण कॉम्प्लेक्स रिॲक्शन म्हणतो. सो दिस इज कॉम्प्लेक्स रिॲक्शन. ओके. If this reaction takes place in only one step, then rate of reaction will be K3 into depend on concentration of fluorine and concentration of NO raised to 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. Order of this reaction will be 3. So 3 is rate constant of third order reaction. So if this reaction, when we get such type of rate law, if reaction proceed in only one step, if reaction takes place in one step. If reaction takes place in one step, so order of reaction will be 3. So rate law for this reaction will be rate is equal to K3 F2 raised to 2. But this reaction takes place in two steps. But reaction takes place in two steps. Step 1 is one molecule of fluorine gas reacts with one molecule of nitric oxide, forms nitrosyl fluoride, one molecule of nitrosyl fluoride and atomic fluorine. One molecule of nitrosyl fluoride and atomic fluorine. In second step, this fluorine atom reacts with second molecule of nitric oxide. So we have two molecules of nitric oxide. One molecule reacts with fluorine gas from nitrosyl fluoride and fluorine atom. Then fluorine atom combined with second molecule of nitric oxide gives nitrosyl fluoride. This is gas. Overall reaction is F get cancel. Overall reaction is F2 gas plus 1 plus 1 2 NO gas gives two molecules of NOF. 1 plus 1 2. Okay. So this is overall reaction. Out of these two steps, this first step is slow and second one is fast. This is slow and this is fast. And you know that rate is determined from the slowest step. Rate is determined from slow step of the reaction, of the complex reaction. So in this slow step we have only two reactants, and rate of reaction depend on concentration of these two reactants, concentration of fluorine and concentration of nitric oxide, which are present in slow steps. रिॲक्शनचा जो रेट असतो तो स्लो स्टेप वरून डिटरमाइन केला जातो. बरोबर, तुम्ही ऑर्गॅनिकमध्ये सुद्धा शिकले असाल. सो दिस इज अवर रेट डिटरमाइनिंग स्टेप. दिस इज रेट डिटरमाइनिंग. कारण बघा, रिॲक्शन्स अगदी फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ सेकंडमध्ये होत असेल तर तुम्हाला रेट म्हणजे त्या रिॲक्शनचा स्टडी करता येईल का? नाही करता येणार. बरोबर. रिॲक्शन स्लो असेल तर तुम्ही त्या रिॲक्शनचा कायनेटिक स्टडी करू शकता. फास्ट रिॲक्शनचा कायनेटिक स्टडी विदिन फ्रॅक्शन ऑफ सेकंड पॉसिबल नाही आहे. सो जनरली रेट इज डिटरमाइंड फ्रॉम स्लो स्टेप. स्लो स्टेप असेल तर तिचा स्टडी आपल्याला करता येईल. सो दिस इज रेट डिटरमाइनिंग स्टेप, अँड इन रेट डिटरमाइनिंग स्टेप वी हॅव ओनली 2 रिॲक्टंट्स. Therefore, rate of reaction is depend on concentration of fluorine and concentration of nitric oxide. Therefore, order of this reaction N is equal to what? 2. So, mechanism of reaction, जे रिॲक्शन कोणत्या मेकॅनिझमने गेलेली आहे, बरोबर, कोणता पाथ त्या रिॲक्शनने मेकॅनिझमचा पाथ फॉलो केलेला आहे त्याच्या बेसिसवर रिॲक्शन म्हणजे ऑर्डर डिपेंड असते. ओके. फक्त केमिकल इक्वेशन ऑब्झर्व केलं तर तुम्हाला मॉलिक्युलॅरिटी किती मिळणार आहे? 3. पण ॲक्च्युली ऑर्डर काय त्याची? 2. म्हणजे मेकॅनिझम, कोणत्या मेकॅनिझमने रिॲक्शन प्रोसीड होते, कोणत्या मेकॅनिझमने रिॲक्ट होऊन प्रॉडक्ट फॉर्म होतोय, ते मेकॅनिझमसुद्धा इम्पॉर्टंट असतं. बरोबर. रिॲक्शनचं मेकॅनिझमसुद्धा इम्पॉर्टंट असतं. दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रिझन बिहाइंड दी pseudo behavior of chemical reaction. Okay. So these are the reasons. First reason is one of the reactant present in large excess and its concentration is practically considered remain constant. Then second reason is one of the reactant is recovered at the end of reaction, and third reason is mechanism of the reaction. So this is all about the zero order reaction and pseudo molecular reaction. Okay, thank you.